Anyway, Puff, important. Put this in the front, okay?
All
Puff,
right.
one phrase I like saying that's stupid is I'm never wrong until I am, and this applies today. Usopp did say he killed Chew. I was right the
Oh
whole
my
time.
god, this changes
Correction
everything.
removed.
This changes everything, man. Oh man. Oh boy,
Back in
that's
the
so
day, I
cool.
said this, and then commenters said I was wrong. I wasn't wrong. We were just checking the wrong arc. He doesn't say he killed Chew in Arlong Park. He says he killed Chew in Logtown. So yeah, Usopp thinks he killed Chew. I was right. Ho 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 ho. Probably like way too fucking expensive. But how can I not buy a bagged gallon of lemonade? That's so
Right? Dude,
fucking
get
stupid.
yourself a bag of lemonade. You deserve
It's
it
so
after binging a
stupid. Why is
Comic
that
a
a thing
Kill.
I can do?
You deserve it after what you just did, man.
After I watched a comic got killed for several hours.
Yeah. uh,
Comic got killed
I
so
almost
much
don't even want
shit.
to do like an evil puffy though, because I'm afraid it's just gonna be us like whining and not like Seven Deadly Sins whining where there's like interesting like
Well,
flaws
no,
and
Puff,
stuff to
just
talk
because we
about, but just
whine
like
when watching doesn't. No, Puff, I can articulate myself very well when I have to.
yeah, of course you can, but just be like, yeah, the show's boring because it's not doing basic things well, and I guess like that'd be an interesting topic in and of itself. But at that point, it's not even like it feels like we're not even talking about a comic a kill anymore because there's nothing to talk about. The show doesn't. It's
No,
so
we'll.
boring.
No, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Anyway. We got a lot of takes. Half are like 40% of them are OHARA, and the other 40% are about the live action still. Which one do you want to start with?
Were you expecting anything different?
Which one would you rather start with?
Let's start with O'Hara because live action will feed into the comments.
All right. So, okay, dude, OHARA has some ideas for the power-ups for the Straw Hats.
He does.
Yeah.
What are they? I
All
don't
right.
remember.
First of all,
Okay, I can
Luffy.
already feel it in my bones. Heads up, everyone. We've watched a lot of A Comic Got Killed tonight. I can sense that I am not in a good mood. I'm not gonna be nice. I'm gonna be meaner than usual. I can like feel it in my bones that I'm not gonna be fair tonight.
Okay. Okay. O'Hara has some ideas for power ups for the Straw Hats.
Let's hear
Luffy
him.
needs a weapon.
I remember. O'Hara, like, I think this is one of the things I think he earnestly likes because he's brought it up over like years. Like every couple months, he'll bring up that like I get it doesn't fit at all, but wouldn't it be so cool? And it's like, no. The whole point is Luffy's body is a weapon. That's the point of his fucking named attacks. Also, it's just like the core of Luffy.
Yeah, he's a stretchy monkey boy and he likes punching you.
You know, like again, like
He's a
Luffy,
brawler.
like Puff. I think about it like Natsu. Luffy and Natsu both did something very similar, where they got a sword for an arc, and they barely knew how to use it, and immediately abandoned it when the fighting got serious. It was just
uh,
there to look cool.
yeah. Well, anyway, this is just a fun thing he said while he was on that subject. Is Luffy immune to abyss bullets? Question mark. Do you know what abyss bullets are?
Is that the thing Eam shot at
No,
Buggy
abyss
Bear?
bullets are something he just made up because that didn't happen yet. The thing is,
Yeah,
he
oh yeah.
thought he thought
He
of
was like, "Here's
abyss
sea
bullet.
stone bullets. What if there's a bit?" Oh no! Instead of saying hockey bullets like a normal person or sea stone bullets, even he said, "What about abyss infused bullets? Because maybe we can infuse things with the abyss. Something we." Even the latest chapter where Eam did some fucking bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's
It
so
didn't
weird
look
that he
like
didn't
that.
think about the two actual canon ways to counter a Devil Fruit. He thought about, oh, abyss bullets.
The abyss.
The abyss bullets, that thing that
Something
hasn't
that
happened
I'm not
yet.
even gonna call a power system yet because we don't even know what it is. Like if Eden just has a devil fruit, then the abyss is a power system in the same way Moria is. Characters like Moria and Eam have such stupid fruits. Their fruits are a power system in of themselves.
Okay, dude, Jinbei has to start popping pills because the thing that Hody popped the pills in a cringe way because he was evil, but Jinbei's a good guy and he'll unlock this true Sun God Nika powers when he eats the pill with the Sun God Nika power in it, and that's why he's got to start popping pills.
I mean, if Chopper invents like a non-harmful version of the tomato box pills, that'd be cool, I guess.
I mean, I still think Jinbei wouldn't like it because he'd be like, well, like, I trained to be strong,
Well,
and
no,
I thought
because
that
like
was
no,
cool.
thematically it makes no sense because the point of like because like Arlong versus Hody, if you guys notice, is that Arlong and the OG Fishman pirates are like genuinely like proud of who they are. All of their fighting styles are based on the fact that they're fishmen. Gunmouth can only hold 8 swords because you're Hachi. Just beating the shit out of people underwater because you're fish. The only slightly off thing is Arlong's weapon, which is based on his nose and also is not part of his ultimate attack. And then we go to the new Fishman Pirates. They all just use like regular weapons. And they all use drugs because they're fucking frauds. They're not real Fishman supremacists. Like it's literally like the like look at the it's literally like the like I saw I was training recently, Puff. It's like people being like a guy who thinks he his white trailer park family is the next coming of the great Roman kings. It's like literally what Cody's doing. So like thematically, those drugs represent like an admission of like failure on his half. Now, of course, they could be recontextualized in a cool way because we know the tomato box likely because the story it's based on, and also just what we're told in universe. It's probably a gift from Joy. Like we know it's a gift from Joy, but like it seems like it was probably given to them as a power up. So, well, what if you're supposed to give it to sea kings because they're like ageless?
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. He's
That's
just
probably
like,
not true in the slightest, but it'd be funny. It's just fish food.
all right, and next, Chopper has to stop seeing himself as a monster and as a full human instead in order to unlock his mythical zone powers.
That's so fucking stupid. Like it's neat in that like your body has to align with your fruit. And like that is an interesting conundrum of like Chopper doesn't see himself as a full human because he's fucking not. But very clearly it's not but the problem is that's clearly not how it works. Lucci doesn't think he's a leopard. He just has the bloodthirst of a leopard. So Chopper doesn't need to literally think he's a human. He just needs to act like one. And he does. Why isn't he awakened? I don't fucking know. He probably doesn't have high enough power level. We're being honest. Because
Honestly,
like kind of
like,
says your strength and mind. Like your body and mind.
yeah.
Chopper's is probably his body, not his mind.
Yeah, I guess like we've joked a lot about a lot of Chopper's and mythical zone theories, because like if
Hey,
someone
there's more
tells you that,
evidence now.
yeah, if someone told you there was a boatload of evidence before Chopper like punched the guy, they're lying. This is the first time where you actually
Because
have reason to be
Chopper's fruit still
suspicious.
and again, if they tell you it's a god with horns, you are like obligated as an evil puff viewer to tell them that they're dumb because when Chopper does his more humanoid transformations like heavy point or jump point, he very notably loses the antlers. Even you could even tell it to live action viewers because the live action kept that consistent.
Yeah.
Because as he gets more human, he loses the antlers because the antlers are humanoid. So even if he is some fucking mythical god, he's not based on one with horns. He's based on one without horn.
All right, so that's all the funny power
I
ups.
still have no idea what the fuck that slap is. It'd be funny if
Yeah,
it's
I
a
know.
rumble
I
ball
don't know.
thing.
I don't know what it is either.
I have no conception of a guess.
I kind of just thought that maybe like, oh, if this is hinting at that Chopper's a mythical zone, I guess it makes sense because in the same chapter, it seems 2 mythical zones are immune to Eam's ability, so maybe that type of fruit specifically can counter Emu.
We'll see how it works. Or
Yeah.
maybe yeah, mythical zones in general. God damn it, we shouldn't have killed Orochi. We should have redeemed him.
He could have tapped 8 of giants at once and
Dude, he
undone
would have been
8
so
reverses at
useful.
once.
Just ragdoll him. He's just a big flail. Just so you can hit him. It would have been so helpful. All right, what's next?
All right. Next, Enel was framed for Burka because he's a Loki and slash Shuri parallel.
Oh, was that Dax Sake?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a Dak
Oh,
Sake take in the middle of my Ohara notes.
how dare you?
Alright, Chiki, why can't
Okay.
that be true? Why can't I believe that Enel was framed for Burka?
Okay, so the idea conceptually is that basically Enel is a successful herald. Enel had his mind taken over by Eam, was forced to nuke Burka. Maybe it was like a Loki herald thing. No, there's two theories. The first one was the framed one. that he is Loki. So he didn't nuke Burka, someone else did, and then he left and got a god complex, I guess. Which is like, well, that's not fucking interesting because he's still an evil jackass with a god complex. And then the other is like the one that he didn't bring up that I think is more interesting is we heard. I still don't like this theory. I like Skypiea to be independent. I think it expands the world. Um, is that, oh, okay, when Harold got taken over, he slowly thought he was a god. So what if Anel did that, and then he had it for so long, he literally started to think he was a god. And then where's the mark? It was on his wings, then he tore him off. What did he fucking do? We've solved the mystery. But the problem is, in that video, he kept acting like, what if Anel had a good reason? What if Anel isn't as bad as we think? And it's like, Anel is one of the most morally just incorrect characters in the series who doesn't have like any interesting ideology. He's just a psychopath who thinks he's God.
Yeah, like literally, he destroyed a whole island because he felt like it. Like it doesn't matter what you're.
And then tried to do it again.
Like it's a more pathetic version of what people try with Akainu, where at the very least, okay, Akainu says he has a version of justice which is just. He likes to pretend that these are all evil people. He's going after people who have great potential to be evil at the very least. But no, Anel's just like, yeah, but I'm a god, so I'm allowed to kill the ants because
so I'm God. So if you don't like me, that's the crime. Could die. Like Anel is just like just an evil psycho. Like he was just like a lunatic who ate a fruit that made him invincible, so he decided he was God.
Yeah.
And also, he has goated observation hockey, which just seems to be pretty common in Skypiea, not gonna lie.
The thing is, like, what I would assume is just that, oh, okay, maybe he was like Isis, he was born with like a good knack for observation hockey, and
No,
then
I
he
believe
got
that fully.
that probably gave him a bit of a bloated ego. Then he got the fruit and was like, oh, I'm invincible now. Yeah,
And
so
if we
I'm
really
cooler
want
than
to act
everyone.
in depth, you can remember that like Isolaripus was kind of going insane from all the deaths around her. Maybe Anel had something like that, and it kind of broke his brain. These are all just fun analysis. None of this is canon. The canon is just Anel ate a lightning fruit, decided he was God, and then popped off. That's all he did.
Death means nothing to him because you know he hears every death, and so it became natural to him. Woohoo!
Like that'd be fun. I wouldn't mind that. Kenjaku. He's Kenjaku, not Kenjaku. He's Ghetto, the good one.
He's Haumea. He's Haumea.
I love Haumea.
The different Haumea.
Anel,
Bad
Anel
and
crying
Haumea. Bad and
crying
Haumea.
Anel crying like Haumea is so hard to imagine. Dude, Gadatsu was Anel's Karin. Alright, dumb jokes.
Alright, next is Amazon Lily women are genetically bred to sniff out big power levels to create the next Joy Boy.
This is a real theory OHARA made recently, and if it could never cross his mind how it's the most misogynistic thing he's ever thought of. OHARA's theory is that Lily made Amazon Lily, which makes enough sense, you know?
Yeah, sure. Okay, fine.
Same name. Sure. She made it with Amazon from Skypiea. They made it together. First name, last name. They fused them. It's like Dave and Buster's. So they did that. And then sure, she made Amazon Lily because it's like a safe refuge because it was the callback. That makes enough sense. Maybe Poseidon helped her get there with the power of talking to Sea Kings. Sure, fuck it. He didn't even say that. I made that part up. Sure, she goes there. But then what does she do on there with the people she fleed with? Oh, well, obviously, she makes an entire island of strong warrior women and teaches them hockey. Why? So that they can sniff out high power levels and find the father of the next Joy Boy and breed with them.
It's like, does it never cross any, like, so many people make theories like this, and it never crossed their mind that this is how the villains of the story would think, like, oh, my bloodline, oh, I need to make sure my bloodline purity is good.
To try and ensure that a powerful bloodline, as he says, like the monkey bloodline, or the gets infected. And also, I have to point out, because the people he brings up are Roger, Rayleigh, and Luffy, and the people who fell for them, they were all chumps, relatively different levels of chumps. Luffy was a mega chump. Roger and Rayleigh just weren't high tiers yet when they had women fall for them, meaning they don't sniff out power levels, they sniff out potential. They're like Hisoka.
Or, you know, more likely than not, it's the personality they like.
No, you shut the fuck up. They can
Boa
sense
didn't
the fucking Joy Boy in him.
But Boa didn't feel anything for Luffy after the Conqueror's hockey. It was after, like, they talked.
No, Puff. Remember, it's not their own personal feelings. It's the curse Lily and Joy Boy placed on them. The love is a hurricane curse that afflicts empresses. is a curse given to the strongest woman on the island, forcing them to, under any circumstance, fall in love with the upcoming Joy Boy. I just saw people, and I just imagine trying to explain this theory to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like one of the most misogynistic theories OHARA's ever had.
Yeah,
The
I
entire
know.
island of warrior women just exists because Lily wants her descendants to fuck Joy Boy's descendants. So I guess we're doing like, like it's not incest, because they're not related anymore. But like, because OHARA thinks they were lovers.
And like, if this was the mission of their whole island, right? Like, wouldn't
Yeah.
wouldn't Shaggy like have an idea like, oh, the Rocks pirates have like some of the strongest people on the sea right now. Rocks is a descendant of the D clan. Why don't we go with him, girls, and just bring a bunch of her friends over to, and then like Whitebeard's there, Kaido's there. He's a potential man, Kaido.
Yeah.
Ooh, even she can get in on it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next is sea kings are uniquely intelligent creatures.
No, you skipped something. You skipped something.
What the names? I
Oh
was
no,
gonna bring
you
that up
missed
later.
that actually what that he also you missed the part where actually what's happening is a few families who are direct descendants of Lily keep taking turns being the empress because they are the most beautiful because they are genetically related to Lily.
Even though beauty has never been mentioned in relation to Lily yet, so this is
And
just an
also
assumption
that's
O'Hara's
fucking
making.
insane. What the no, Puff, don't even logic it. That's fucking stupid.
It is.
Don't logic that. That's just fucking stupid. Like God, like One Piece fans like generally O'Hara had a thing where it's like, isn't it weird that Amazon Lily doesn't decide rulers
Bloodline.
by monarchy? Like genuinely, One Piece fans love fucking their like God, like this one was just so bad. They love their like Puff, this is kind of like the natural progress of eugenics piece because all theories and power scaling for all these fucks is based on eugenics. They end up just doing eugenics now. And like my theory is the good guys had an island of women that exists solely to birth the next Joy Boy and not realizing how fucking evil and deranged that sounds. It's
Yeah.
God. What's
Reminds
nuts?
me of the old ones where like, oh yeah, everyone who's like kind of strong or kind of nice is like some in some way, shape, or form a descendant of Lunarian, and all the pure-blooded humans are celestial dragons, and that's why they're evil. It's like,
Mhm.
why is this the conclusion you come to? Okay,
All
next,
right.
sea kings are uniquely intelligent creatures.
So O'Hara keeps saying this. He's like, why are they so smart? Oh my God. Now they're wise because they're like ageless. That part's true. But he's like, why are they so smart? They have human level intelligence. We see them talk all the time. And it's like, bitch, have you read Alabasta? Have you met Eyelashes the camel?
Have you met
And
Karu?
have you met Laboon the whale? Like, have you met the fact that all fishmen can? Have you met Papagoo the starfish?
They just learned how to talk like a human.
Like this is. Have you met Sudume the kraken? Like, and he's not Sea King. He's a kraken. Those are different. Fuck you.
Yeah.
um, in One Piece, it seems like the animals all have human level intelligence. They just can't talk.
Yeah. I mean, like a lot of
It's
it is like done like for comedy purposes, right?
yeah, it's dumb fun
they're
comedy,
like the
but
Kung
like
Fu Dugong, right? Like they have a
yes.
conception of like honor and warrior culture and like master disciples and
And in
martial
the
arts and all that.
filler, they form a pirate crew.
Yeah.
S tier filler. Basically, yeah. In One Piece, a lot of animals just seem to have human level intelligence. It's fun. Sea Kings aren't unique. They're uniquely wise because they're fucking ancient, but they're not uniquely smart.
All right, and also, you know what is something O'Hara really, really wants that you should want too?
What?
First world movies.
What?
First world movies.
Oh, like One Piece movies about the first world and the second world?
Yeah, before we get it in the manga, Oda's like an old man. He's gonna die in a month, so like we have to like cram as much as we can to the anime as we can,
It's
and
so
cut the manga
funny
down.
how whenever one
We got a bum rush to the
anime
end.
fans want a canon movie, the only thing they conceptualize is either speed running an arc, because that's what Haikyuu did, or I guess not Haikyuu, it's Chainsaw Man, because that's what Chainsaw Man did, or Demon Slayer. So either speed running an arc, or a prequel, because that's what Jujutsu did. But the thing is, with Jujutsu, giant air quotes prequel, because it's not, fuck you, already existed. And with Demon Slayer, the arc's already pretty short, and even then they're still condensing it, because later when the anime adapts the arcs, they have to add shit. And then Haikyuu was so peak arena, you try to ignore that they cut half of the character's good moments. You have to ignore it. Like, it's just a Hinata and his rival movie. It's just a Hinata and his rival movie. What do you mean, also, he was a goat in the manga? Shut the fuck up. That didn't happen. Shut the... No, no, no. And then, but the thing is, like, the Haikyuu movie was so good because it had a minute-long POV scene of a character in the final rally of a match. Which, I'm sorry, as pretty as One Piece's punches are, that, like, blew my mind.
I know, like, it was beautiful. It was awesome. It was so cool, guys. Haikyuu's great.
Oh, Haikyuu's great. You should go read the Haikyuu manga right fucking now, and then go rewatch all the awesome anime scenes. Haikyuu is like top 3 sports anime for me. I love it so fucking much. Oh my fucking god.
I would read the manga, but I'm watching. I watched with my brother, and I don't want to go ahead of him.
Puff, the manga's so fucking gorgeous too.
I know.
I used it on my media thread. There's a scene of Hinata cycling through the snow, and it's one of the prettiest. Oh my, she was good anyway.
Okay, this is something that you wanted to do. We're gonna list all of the romance in One Piece.
So you're saying OHARA and other people, mainly OHARA, but other big YouTubers too. We just keep bringing up OHARA because he's like the biggest one, and a lot of people kind of follow his coattails. Usually with more well thought out theories, but also their own weird bullshit. And also OHARA will steal their theories as a composite gremlin. So he's just a very good way to get the general gist of things.
It's a very incestuous cycle when you think about it.
He ingests Reddit, he eats Reddit and eats the other YouTubers and eats Twitter, and then they nurture themselves off of him. It's very interesting. Anyway, so because they keep saying, "Oh, dude, One Piece is going to be romantic." Like, the thing everyone fucking says is, doesn't God Valley prove that maybe the original war was about Joy Boy and Lily's romance? It's like, no, bitch. Roger didn't get with Shaggy. Fuck you. Rox didn't give a shit about her. Eve didn't give a shit about her. Are you fucking stupid?
Yeah,
That's your parallel? Your parallel sucks shit. This would be like if like fucking Joy, if Emmett and Lily hooked up. And it's like, fucking maybe, I don't know, sure, who cares?
Emmett and Lily.
Anyway, so yeah, let's look at how romantic, because people are like, oh, dude, One Piece is really focusing on romance now. Guys, let's go.
Dude, chapter 1's called Romance Dawn.
Okay, because OHARA, despite being able to now read and speak Japanese, pretends he doesn't know what most people in Japan mean when they use romance in the context One Piece is. Alright, let's go in order. What's the first couple in the series? Outright couple. Couple. We're not including cute ships like Usopp Kaya. That doesn't count.
Yeah, that was my first one, and it had a question mark beside it. And then the second one was
Bakina and Yasop.
It's in a flashback. I put a note for
not
flashback.
Only is it not in a flashback, we never see them interact, and all we know is he left her and she died.
Yeah, I know. Like 90% of these are going to be in flashback because it's a character's parents. It's a character's parents.
It's not romance. Parents. They just canonically had a child. We know nothing of the romantic relationship in any capacity.
Yeah, you can look at like Sanji x everyone because he's a flirt. So like, there's your romance character, and it's a gag.
He's never successful in the first half of the time skip, so I'm not counting any of those.
All right, and then we go to Arlong Park. There's nothing. Logtown. There's nothing. The whole Baroque's Work saga. There's nothing except like Cobra.
Later that
Vivi had a mom.
We learned later that Mr. Nine and Miss Monday live on Whiskey Peak together and had a son. I'm so happy for them. Too bad they never interacted in the manga in any meaningful way. It's just a funny crack ship that Oda made canon. Anyway, all right, we go to Little Garden. Now
I said like all of Baroque Work Saga, there's nothing.
No, is there nothing at all Baroque Works? Is that really true? Little Garden.
You can go look at like TT, be like, oh, Vivi has a mom, and her dad loved the mom, even though she has no speaking lines.
Again, you have like a fun ship, but nothing canon with Vivi Koza, and that's it. Or I guess I should say Vivi Nami for all the Vivi Nami, because we have a very gay fan base. I'll be nice to them. So nothing there. And then let's go to
Jaya, nothing. Skypiea, nothing. Long Ring Longland, nothing. Water 7, nothing. Enies Lobby, nothing. Thriller Bark, Hogback has a crush on Sindri.
and it's the creepiest thing. And Absalom has a crush on
On
Nami.
Nami.
So the
And
two
then Lola's
people
in
who
a like a weird love triangle with him, but that is
yes,
completely
so the
played
three
for a joke.
characters having romantic pursuits in this arc are one all completely in the wrong when they do it and fail miserably, and two of them are villains who get their shit rocked.
Yeah. And even then, like one of them literally chooses friendship over love, which is Lola,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And then Absalom gets his shit beat because his wasn't romance, it was just complete lust. And then Hogback was a creepy fucking stalker. Alright. What's
All right.
next?
Then we got
Sab
Sab
Odie.
Odie. Rayleigh and
Oh,
Shaki are
Charlos has a
there,
lot of wives.
but that's Rayleigh and Shaki are not clarified until way later, and this isn't really that developed a
Hey
relationship
man,
at all.
Charlos has a lot of wives. Is this romance piece?
Yeah,
Fucking
dude, and we're in
Alright.
romance piece. Don't you know everything's about
Alright.
genetics? He's
Alright.
trying to get the best
Wait,
genetics.
guys! Big news! One-sided yearning has entered the story.
Whoa!
Boa Hancock.
All right, we
It's
got
not
that.
romance.
Impel down, nothing.
She's in love with Luffy, and the gag is Luffy doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right.
Impel down, nothing.
Guys flirt
Marineford.
with Hancock.
It's not even worth mentioning.
I'm being nice. Marineford. We learned Roger had a wife, and that he seemingly
Look,
loved
it's
her.
another flashback couple that are parents. Wow, it's almost like that's
And
the
we've
only
never
form this
actually seen
consistently exists
have
in.
real moments. Moving on.
Fishman Island, Otohime and Neptune are married.
Are a
Wow.
couple. We at least see them interact, and they're like, I love them together. But like, is that our first one?
Yeah.
Where they have like 2 to 3 scenes where it's like, I like these two together. They make me happy.
All right, Punk Hazard, nothing.
No.
Dressrosa, the country of passion. We're here now. This is where romance piece begins. Are you ready?
Sanji flirts with a woman, and she is slightly nice to him back, and everyone's very happy for him.
Yes, and you know what else? In the
Doflamingo is
SBS question corner, Oda like softly like kind of teases at the idea that Violet and Doflamingo might have maybe had a thing going on somewhat in some way, shape, or
And then
form.
let's say, hey, was this a
SBS? Let's
fling
go.
with? And then let's say, hey guys, was this romance or was this a deeply problematic fling with an insane power dynamic where Viola was probably scared she was gonna die every second of it? It is the latter, not the former.
All right, but we got someone to say, we got the
No,
comeback
wait,
king.
we got another flashback one.
Yeah, I know, Kyrus
Kirsten
and Scarlet.
Scarlet.
But like we got the comeback
Woo!
king here to give us a real romance. We got Leo X Man Sherry.
Oh wait, he hates her and thinks she's annoying.
We got
Wait,
Psy X Baby
Puff,
5.
wait,
Here we
Puff,
go.
My pretty cure knowledge is awakening.
Whoa.
And I understand that Lilo and Mancherry are actually pollen in the pink pollen.
No, they're not. He loves his wife, man.
No, pollen.
Oh, right. Sorry, yeah, the little brother
And the pink pollen who he can't fucking stand. His ultimate karma. God, Pretty Cure. The Pretty Cure movie was so much fucking better than all of the Comic Got Killed. God damn it.
I
The second
know.
one, not the first one. Anyway, but wait, Puff. We're being disingenuous bastards.
Why?
Because we haven't brought up Senior Pink.
Oh yeah, the flashback one, which was
Oh, and how they broke up because she hates him.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. I like it, but this is like romance piece. This
Not
is
much
more
romance.
This is a
It's just like a
hard-boiled
general
flashback
asshole
piece.
gangster story. Like, flashback piece. Romance only exists in the past. It's gone in the present. It's been erased. Zoe. Nope.
Nothing. Whole Cake Island. We have Sanji and Pudding, and then Loki had a crush on Lola.
Yes, which we will hopefully expand in Elbaf.
Yeah.
But anyway, Sanji and Pudding, first real one. Oh wait, no, we forgot Sign Baby 5.
Yeah, no, I said Sign Baby 5.
Okay, Sign Baby 5 are just funny. I like them. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
So just shows a land of love. We did go up by a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah, because it was the land of passion.
Then Zoe, nothing. Whole Cake Island, one thing for Sanji because it's his arc and he's a romantic character. Wano. Odin
And
knows
Toki.
a woman. At least they talk.
Yeah.
I don't like. We actually never get like a lot of cute scenes of them together, but they do talk.
Yeah, they do talk.
In the present, no. If you say Zoro Hiyori, I'm sorry, all I can think of is the anime scene.
The anime film where even then they couldn't do anything concrete, so Hiyori's just
They
talking to
literally tried to
herself.
expand their dynamic, and he
She's
made him
talking
look
to a
more.
brick wall, man.
They made him more aromantic than Luffy could ever be. Like in that scene. Look at that scene. Zoro has never like the concept of romance has never crossed his mind. He doesn't know what a woman making advances is. It's never something that's entered his brain. Um, and then otherwise nothing.
uh,
What was Yamato into someone? No.
yeah, okay, we got
Oh wait,
Egghead.
Kinemon had a wife.
Oh, right, yeah, Otsuru, I forgot about that one. Okay.
But wait, all of their actual interactions are flashback piece.
They hug at the end. They hug at the end.
Wow, they hug.
They
Thank
hug.
God. Thank God.
Yep. Okay, Egghead. We got Kuma and Ginny, which is, a tragic love that never was.
And yeah, because as you remember, they don't get together.
Yeah, no, never
So,
really.
all
Sad love that never was. I like it, but like again, like for romance piece, like again, we made it to the current day where we're in Elbaf, it's just Harold and his wives, which like another flashback character, parents. So it's like
or you count God Valley, where Rox has a wife. We don't learn anything about her before
yeah, you
Rox
get
dies.
Rayleigh and Shaki, which is now the one making everyone go crazy.
Yes,
It's like,
but
guys,
again,
let's think about use your brains for a second. This manga is 10 billion chapters long, and we listed everything, and most of these are insanely underdeveloped and are only just there because character needs parents for their backstory.
and hey guys, how many involved a Straw Hat being interested in romance?
One.
Oh, one? Oh, one?
Like Sanji
Oh,
and
that's
Pudding is like the
interesting.
only actual romance plotline that is like focal to the arc that it's taking place in.
So interesting. Where like the Straw Hat themselves is interested, because Luffy's not interested in Hancock.
Yeah.
And even if you want to interpret Hiyori as liking Zoro, which is a bit of a fucking stretch, I'd say, Zoro has not been shown to reciprocate her feelings, which fits our tier list where we put him in grind set and not power bottom or Sigma male, I think is what we said.
Yeah, Sigma
um,
grind set.
and then so yeah, guys, One Piece is not obviously. I feel like we're being mean to our fans. Like, guys, this is just a victory lap. No shit, One Piece is not about fucking romance. If Eam and Joy Boy are the Mufasa movie, it won't be as bad as the Mufasa movie, but I will be a little disappointed, like at least a smidge.
Mm. All right. So, next we're going to talk about the live action for the 10,000 billionth time.
Of course we are. What else would we do?
All right. So, first, there was just like this short video from like a small channel, which was just a little confusing. It confused us with the title because it said One Piece fans might be wrong about season 2. This was a few days before it came
And then
out.
it's just a guy defending the shit out of.
Yeah, no, at first it was like, wait a second, the fans are saying it's going to be bad. I thought that everyone
And I was
loved
like,
it.
I didn't meet these
I
fans.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't see these fans
now, after
anywhere.
season 3 came out, season 2 came out. I met a bunch of really cool people on Twitter who acknowledged that this show is stinky ass. But
Okay, I guess like one stipulation about like some comments is like I don't see where all the hate's coming from. Like the show itself is not where my ire is. It's the people who are saying that it's like in some way like better than the manga, or even just saying that it's better than like other live action adaptations, like the Ghost in the Shell movie. Like,
no, quite
how is this
literally,
better
another
or
example
different than what
is,
that
like,
movie was doing?
I say regularly that I think it's just as bad as the Avatar live action. Except I have nothing but nice things to say about the Avatar live action. Like, no, obviously I hate it. Iroh trying to be like, oh, me murdering your son through your brother through starvation is just like when my son died doing a siege. Like, obviously that's all fucking stupid. But like, because everyone agrees it's bad, I'm able to watch it and have the time of my life. I am able to watch the Katara Sokka ice slide combo against Boomy and laugh my ass off with my friends and call it peak fiction because I'm having fun. I'm able to enjoy it because I understand it's shit, so I can just have fun with this shit. But with One Piece, everyone's calling it peak and amazingly written, so it's like, okay, I'll treat it like a real show. But when I do that.
It's like it's the cycle that makes us like so angry. Is that like
Oh,
okay?
also, guys, genuinely, live action Avatar, if you're gonna watch anything of it, one, watch the end of the Boomy fight, and two, watch any scene with Zhao's actor. Guy is popping off. He is rocking it.
You know what's actually like a point that I actually wrote down here because I thought it would be interesting.
What?
You remember the first live action Avatar, right? The M Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
One people keep saying that the live action is like doing something different. Uh, no, it's not. Because it like again, it's following the same like plot like as closely as it can, and it feels like every divergence is just like a compromise or just like a terrible decision. That's just what it comes across to me. But the
Hmm.
live act the M Night Shyamalan movie did the same in a movie, and so most of it was bad. But one interesting change that was like doing something different was that the Fire Nation wasn't Japanese anymore; they were Indian. Like they were clearly based on Indian culture, and it's like, oh wow, that's like actually like a weird change. Like it's interesting. I don't know if it's better or like
Well,
worse
no,
necessarily, but
actually,
like
you could say technically, the live action is also turning a different country into India.
no, that's the last one. That's the last one. Save it. Save it.
Okay,
Save
we'll
it.
get
Save
to
it.
that because
Save
I
it.
just
Save it.
remembered
Save it.
that.
Save it. Save it. Save it. Save it. Save it. Okay.
Okay, because I just remember that we forgot to bring that up last time, even though it's a really good criticism.
Yeah. Or like like my example of a good live action anime adaptation is always gonna be Speed Racer, because it
Mhm.
actually does do something different by like having Speed Racer. I read the manga. I've seen some episodes of the anime. It's a very
Nothing like
episodic.
the guy in the movie. It's a
Yeah,
different
it's a
guy.
very episodic thing where just like, oh, how am I going to beat this guy in this race this week, and then he'll do some wacky gadget to get himself out of the situation.
And also,
But the
he's a lot more of
movie,
an asshole than the Speed Racer in the movie.
yeah, no, absolutely. Like he'll be fine. Like someone will die, and he'll be like, well, they kind of earned it.
Fuck you.
Well, anyway, like, but like the Speed Racer movie is like freaking Hollywood as you can imagine. It's about the guy, like, like winning the big race that they build up throughout the whole movie. Saves the day, gets the girl, all that. And I think it's just an amazing movie. I think it's just really good. I think the emotions hit really well. I think the effects look really cool. I think the race is really exciting. And I loved what they did with the villain in the movie. And, when the actors have an emotional scene together, I feel the emotions. I like it. I think it's good. Maybe it doesn't do the anime justice, but I do think it's doing its own thing like really well. And then another example is I want to point to that's also a Netflix production is Castlevania, right?
Mhm.
Because if you're a fan of the Castlevania games, you actively have reasons to not like the show because one example, like how the main cast is like Simon or not Simon, Trevor Belmont, uh
Yep.
the Magic Lady and Alucard.
Yep.
There's supposed to be another guy there who was in the game in the third Castlevania game with them, the
Awesome.
original NES game that the crew's based on. But they just
Hmm.
excluded him for like no reason, basically. So if you're like, oh,
Awesome.
where's my goat thief guy? Why wasn't he climbing on the walls assisting everyone in the movie? Like I was waiting for him to show up all of season one. I was like, where is he? There's supposed to be one more guy in the team. What do they do with him?
Or like if you want one that tries to touch on beats from the game, from we'll do games again from the games, but also does radically reimagine several characters and the setting. The fucking Sonic movies, they're not good. They're fucking whatever. But like I can say with complete confidence, movie Sonic is just a completely different character than video game Sonic, and I don't think they're hiding that. Movie Sonic is a lot more immature and kind of stupid, and like his sense of adventure is closer to like if Thor left Asgard as a baby than like cool guy who loves running around nature. Like it's very different, but like it's obvious that they're trying to be different. And it helps that they have an actor who likes Sonic, but also is very clearly playing into the version of Sonic they got instead of the live action, where even if Anaki loves Luffy, he has the problem of half the time he's live action Luffy and half the time he's our Luffy. So we're getting not good versions of either.
Yeah, I actually still had more to say about the Netflix one.
All right, you keep going. I'm gonna go
Because
grab
like
a
the
thing.
thing, yeah, because the thing is about the Netflix show, it just does not follow the plot of the games like at all, not in the slightest. The original games didn't even have much plot to begin with, but like it's not even like an adaptation of the plot. It's basically just boring the settings and characters of the games and just saying we're gonna do our own thing, okay? So like again, a fan of the games would probably not have much reason to like it because it doesn't follow the games, but like it is doing its own thing. It's doing its own plot. It's doing its own story. It basically just used the Castlevania name for marketing sake because it didn't even need to be Castlevania, honestly. Like again, it leads to interesting changes, right? Because it is its own show doing its own thing, whereas the live action is following all the same beats, all the same plots. It's trying to
I got my
recapture.
gallon of lemonade.
Yeah, so again, like the live action is trying to recapture like all the same plots and all the same like character arcs for the most part. They just
Mhm.
end up failing because they can't either like they're either doing things wrong or they're not being able to include everything because they're like short on runtime, right? But
Uh-huh.
like at least with the Castlevania like show, it's like literally its own thing. Like it didn't even need to be Castlevania.
Yeah.
It could have been it just borrowed the name and the of the characters and the setting
Mhm.
because like like marketing purposes basically.
Yeah.
But it's doing its own thing 100%.
Yeah. No. I genuinely think like my best piece of criticism in that whole video is my point about Luffy's climb on Drum Island.
Yeah.
If you're gonna watch any part from that video, watch that part. Watch the Luffy section. You'll know it because Puff puts a panel of Luffy fighting Zoro over it. I think. All right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway.
Also, like
Um.
another one people bring up is that guys, this is definitely better than Dragon Ball Evolution. We're lucky we got something this good. A, who gives a shit? It's live. I don't care if we get a good one or not. B,
Still bad.
like I understand that like I have more reasons to hate Dragon Ball Evolution, or at least the people who made Dragon Ball Evolution, because I heard the stories about like how they were some of the writers like met Toriyama and they ignored all of his suggestions and I'm like, fuck you, that's Akira fucking Toriyama.
Yeah, it was so bad.
You're
It
not
made him
fit to
make
kiss
Battle of
this.
Gods.
You're not.
Super wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this movie.
You guys are not fit to kiss his fucking boots. How dare you? But anyway,
No.
when it comes to the actual work itself, like it's absolutely like it's so stupid it warps back around to being entertaining, whereas the One Piece live action is just so boring and like very rarely dips into it's so
The
bad
One
it's good
Piece live
quality.
action, like obviously we laughed very hard at Luffy chopping Arlong's saw, but I don't think the One Piece live action will ever get me to laugh as hard as I did at Goku's head squeak on the car when he dodged that punch, because that was fucking brilliant.
Yeah. So like honestly, like as like a work of art, if I ignore the production behind it, like absolutely, if you want to say the One Piece live action is more soulful, it's more like true to the original. Okay, yes, absolutely. But as for
But
which one
also, like
I
one thing
think
I want
is
to,
more interesting, and I would rather experience myself personally, it's Dragon Ball Evolution,
yeah,
because
it
it's
has more going on.
stupider and more like interesting.
Mhm. It's kind of funny how people use the defense of just pretend the One Piece live action is an AU. It's like, okay, I'll do that from Dragon Ball Evolution. Because Dragon Ball Evolution, unlike OPLA, actually is an AU. It's a high school AU.
Yeah. And I know that there's some people that like say like, oh, just pretend like you have to judge it on its own merits, pretend the manga doesn't exist, and like, okay, oh, fine, but like at the end of the day, everything good about it was lifted straight from the manga. I'm sorry to
Mhm.
say, but that is just true. Okay. Now we can talk about Vivi.
Okay, so this is something we forgot to bring up last time because there's a lot going on. Um, so there was an interesting debate online where people kept saying that the reason all of the Alabasta actors are like Indian or India adjacent is because Alabasta is India, and it's like fucking it's what?
Yeah, I was like,
They're
what?
like, look, it's this one data book where it says that Alabasta is based on India, and then wow, some actual smart guy in a TikTok pointed out the thing that we point out almost like twice a month at this point, which is Oda doesn't write the data books. He just approves them. How much effort he puts into approving them is unclear, but considering how fucking wrong they are all the fucking time, you shouldn't take them as a serious source of anything.
Yeah. And also, like, when Oda himself has ever talked about Alabasta and the inspirations, he's only ever brought up Egypt. And, like, I understand that, like, sometimes, like, I remember I had to talk to my brother, and he says, I could have sworn that there was, like, maybe, like, some, like, Indian clothing or, like, architecture. And I'm like, okay, like, maybe you're
No, there's
right.
elements. Like I
Maybe
think Oda
some
said
elements,
he
like, came
gave
in.
like I think he gave Vivi like like something about the name of a fish that lives in India, and he mentioned that was a fish from India. So like obviously there's some elements, but also like guys, let's be for fucking real
Yeah,
for a
okay,
fucking
like,
second.
99% of what we see in Alabasta is Egyptian. There's
Yes.
pyramids. It's a big desert. Camels. You're not allowed to
The
eat cats
king's
because they're
name
sacred
is
animals.
Cobra.
The two most important people in the military are a jackal and a falcon because they are Anubis and Horus, the Egyptian gods.
They have a king called King Cobra, and he goes into the catacombs where it is a giant ancient site carved under the kingdom, and we learn that this specific society with the name Alabasta has been around for super fucking long. Like it is like beyond comprehension ancient civilization. It's ancient Egypt. And also like the first time we meet the poneglyphs is in Alabasta. Egypt is famous for hieroglyphics. Oh my god. It's almost like this is a stupid fucking argument. Because like the actual answer is like, is it extremely weird that not a single person from Alabasta is played by a single person from the MENA region? Yes. Is that because the guy who's part of the media company that's in charge of OPLA is extremely fucking racist against Arabs? I don't know, but that's definitely fucking possible. It's possible that's the
Dude,
reason.
I
I don't
remember
fucking know.
like back in the day, like yeah, this was probably like 10 bad One Piece opinions ago. One of us, I think it was me, like said, oh, people are mad because Vivi's actor is black, and that's stupid. Like, about who gives a shit. And
Really,
then
she's a
a
British
comment,
Indian because we're
and then I'm like,
stupid.
and then I was like, Otaku, like, wait a second, why do they have her being played by a British Indian? And then I just assumed that like I was dumb and didn't know any history about Egypt. It's like, okay, maybe there's like some common like lineage or ancestry there that I'm not understanding. So then I kind of forgot about it, but then turns out there's a huge rabbit hole of Arabian characters just being played by Indians throughout Hollywood, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, it's bad. It's
Yeah.
not, it's weird. It's like, again, what people point out is it's weird that not a single fucking one, because we've met multiple at this point. Let my goat Koza be played by a Palestinian. Do we know Koza's actor yet?
I don't think so.
I like Koza so much.
And like the thing is, I remember I think this was in like our like third bad One Piece opinion when we talked about like the skin colors in the manga. Because
Mhm.
like you can absolutely criticize Oda for not including more dark skinned characters in the clearly
You
Egyptian
can make
like
fun of
place.
Oda for when listing what country Straw Hats are from. He said Usopp is from Africa. You can make fun of him for that.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
And I don't want to hear anyone trying to be like, oh, he can't because like his editors were and Shonen Jump are evil and told him not to. You know what was running right alongside One Piece and actually.
Bleach and Naruto, which have black characters.
No, I was actually gonna bring up a more crazy example.
What?
This Yu-Gi-Oh, which started a couple years before One Piece. So by the time
Mhm.
they reached Alabasta, we have already met Merrick, and the Egyptian gods were already like a huge deal. We've
Now
already
you
met
can
like a
talk about
handful of.
different critiques of how Yu-Gi-Oh depicts Egypt.
What do you mean? It depicts it awesome. I love it. I love every second of it. It's so
Yeah, but
cool.
it's like it's culture fan fiction. But
But it's so cool.
J.K. Rowling being like, "Oh, did you know that Native Americans weren't actually this Native American myth was actually just stupid Native Americans being scared of wizards?" Real J.K. Thank you, J.K. Rowling. Um, no, but no, I feel like my example is much easier of Bleach and Naruto have a ton of black characters. Naruto has a whole black country, and it's not whole black, a country with a ton of black people, and it seems to mainly have black leaders, and it's fucking awesome. A is awesome. Killer B is my goat.
All right, I guess it's time for comments now.
I'll find them. So yeah, it's weird that there's not a single fucking person, not even just from Egypt, from the general MENA region. It's super strange.
Yeah.
Puff, do you know what MENA stands for? I'm gonna make fun of you.
I actually don't because I'm a child.
Uh,
What?
Middle East, North Africa.
Okay.
Like it's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
I see.
oh, the anagram is just the areas. All right, I'll go through. Most of our commenters were fun. Even people who disagreed with us were fun. Oh, we did get our second comment. Thank you so much, Might Be Nico. Someone says, if it makes you feel better, MC Hammer, Weeb Commander, he has admitted to only doing it as a job and that if he could retire or at least make way less videos, he would. He's also aware his behavior is off trying to appear smart and knowledgeable despite knowing very little. Check the opening to how is the live action Dragon Ball bad. Also, the end of video, which is what I care about more, which is a hilarious scene where his friend, his podcast co-host, who is a bit of a dipshit too, like they love being like, "Why is Goku sound like that?" he straight up said, "Wait, have you seen live action Death Note?" And NC Hammer very quietly goes, "No." And then he's like, "Stop lying! Why do you lie about having seen things?" And like it's like obviously they do it like tongue in cheek, but yeah, NC Hammer pretends he's smarter than he is, which you didn't have to tell me, Edo Tensai. But like it's funny that he admits it.
Inuyasha.
You watch it. I'm
Like
gonna
honestly,
put
it
that on the
doesn't. Yeah,
fucking soundboard.
it doesn't make me like him more because it just means he's another Ohara. He's a scorpion, right? Like
No,
like
no, yeah, yeah.
they're
Or you
not
know, use a modern
necessary.
term. He's
Like
a
the
grifter.
yeah, they're not
Or you know,
necessarily
LARP
bad
is
at.
really popping
Yeah,
off. He
they're not.
LARPs as an intelligent anime.
They're not necessarily bad at media analysis. They just choose not to be because
No,
that's a
NC Hammer's
monetarily
bad.
smart thing to do.
No, NC Hammer's bad.
Yeah, but I just mean not necessarily because like I believe
But
Ohara
like
can
we
be.
know O'Hara has a brain. We saw him stop using it. I've never seen NC Hammer do interesting analysis
Yeah, okay.
in my life. Anyway, again, thank you commenters for making Randy Troy was on the writing crew part of a bit. He's credited because I found in the credits. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? It's like a script. Oh, what the fuck was the term? I'll find
A
it.
script reader or script editor?
That's just what I called it because I'm lazy. It has an actual name. Randy Troy is the script coordinator. He reads over the script and makes sure parts of it make sense and does some other things. I'm sure part of his job was like lore shit and that because like I'm sure on top of regular strip coordinator stuff, I'm sure the fact that he's the giant fucking One Piece nerd was part of his job. So should we blame him for anything? No. Is it a funny meme? It's a hilarious meme. um, we got one person who kept being like, it's not realistic to make Luffy strong, and it's like, no, the problem is not that Luffy is weak; it's that he is weak in purple. Like they didn't downscale everyone; they downscaled Luffy more than everyone else. Again, it's the point we made. It would be stupid if Captain America was stronger than Hulk in Avengers 1. That would be fucking stupid. For not for power scaling, but for their characters and their dynamics.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Someone pointed out that they liked Lockdown the most because it did the most changes, which is fair. I just hated most of them.
The background extras were really cool though. I think we forgot to
Oh
bring
yeah,
that
we forgot
up.
to bring that up. The backgrounds of the background, like if you're not paying attention, you just want to look at how pretty it is in the back. Ooh boy, season 2 is so fun. In on that first episode. Um, let's see here. Um, Okay, one thing that I will critique is someone said Sanji calling it the shit restaurant instead of the crap cafe is probably the most offensive use of unnecessary swearing. It's because the word they're translating for Sanji, because Japan doesn't have as many fucking curses as we do. We are really good at it. That's why everyone says bastard so much in
Yeah.
dubs, if you've noticed. Um, Shit and crap are both valid translations. Crab Cafe is just the one they went with because it's alliteration and it's charming as fuck. Or I'm wrong, and he says it English even in the Japanese, and I'm looking like a dumbass right now. Assuming I'm not doing that. It's fine. Did they pick shit because it's not your grandma's One Piece? Yes. But but they still said Binks Brew and not Binks Sake. What the fuck? Anyway, that just hit me. I was like, wait a
I think
minute.
they wanted to stick with what the dub went with for like
But doesn't the dub
Vinx
say
Blues.
Crap Cafe?
Yeah, I know, but I mean like for the song, like instead of rewriting the song lyrics, we'll just reuse what the anime did, and then like for the Crab Cafe one, there's like we'll just use that
Oh yeah,
one you
people
want.
pointed out that while we added a praise, we forgot we have to retract one, which is we said the whale Yuvia joke is funny. Yeah, we forgot that was just completely ripped from Monster House. And apparently people on Reddit are saying it's a reference. That's not how fucking references work. You just stole the joke.
Yeah, usually I don't know. I don't,
That's not
yeah.
how references work. I think a better reference would be like if you're inside a different talking house in a different movie. Don't ask why you're in another living house. And I don't know. I
And
don't
then
know.
you're
You
like, dude,
say
is that the uvula? And it's like, shut up, I've seen that movie too.
or you do a different one where you say a word that sounds like male anatomy. You're like, oh, it's a boy house. That would be a reference. That'd be cute, tongue in cheek. This is just they stole a joke we didn't notice because we haven't seen Monster House in a while. Um, I love how people, blah, blah. Yeah, people, a lot of good points. Guys, if you bring up good points, they're just expanding on our ideas. We're not bringing it up because there's a lot of um, Oh yeah, someone said, be honest, Broworks in the manga is terrible in the anime. It's absolutely trash. OPLA made the villains better, which is so funny because it's like one thing that made Broworks fun is it was the Bounty Hunter saga, it was the Spy Connection saga. It was a break from Pirate Crew, Pirate Crew, Pirate Crew. And then they said, what if they were still a fucking pirate crew? um Also, point out how funny it is that early in season 2, Zoro tells Sanji, "You weren't there for the Mihawk fight," and Sanji says, "I saw what I needed to," which is he saw Zoro lose. Which is again, no, you didn't see what you needed to, you rat bastard.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I'm just so
Someone
sad
pointed
that they
out that.
literally removed everything about their dynamic at all.
Oh yeah,
Just,
no. Let's point out two things that we got wrong. One real correction, one half correction. Real correction. I think we were zoning out at the end of episode 1 because we were hating it. Nami beating Alvida does make sense. Next thing that doesn't make sense, that I will triple down on, is when I was explaining Luffy Nigaram's talk, I was just like going through the motions, and I had Luffy say yeah to Igaram saying you helped people, but actually Luffy said what? Guys, that's not my point. My point is not if Luffy agrees or not. The big point is that Igaram is viewing Luffy as a hero figure, and thus he feels comfortable in trusting Vivi to this heroic soul he found. Luffy saying what would actually fit a lot more with OG Luffy than live action Luffy. Luffy would be like, I'm a hero? What the fuck are you talking? I just beat up Arlong because he's an asshole. What? Huh? What? um, let's see here. Someone didn't like hallucinating Zoro. Fair enough. I think it was just like the one silly change they made, so we had to really like it.
if there were more silly changes like that, I'd be much more willing to think this is cool and like fun. But like there's not a ton.
Yes. Um, let's see. Oh, we got one. We got one really funny comment. Someone says, "I like the live action and got rage baited, but don't feel like watching the video, so have a comment for engagement." Thank you. That's really funny. That comment made me laugh. Obviously, you're not going to come to this, but um, let's see here. Someone caught your animated Hercules reference.
Hell yeah.
I want to find Sanji Josar because he made one point that like, oh, we're dumb for not bringing it up. Which I talked to you briefly about Puff, which is so you know how in the manga, Bragi gets bombed and then goes to fight and then loses because Bragi can tell he's weakened, but they're honorable duelists and they want to have their duel, so they don't bring up the injury. Do you remember how it happens in the live action?
Uh, in the
Like
manga,
what?
Dory's the one who gets bombed.
No. Ignoring that. Do you remember when the bomb goes off in the live action?
Yeah, isn't it like right in the middle of the duel?
Mid fight.
Like
And do you know what
where
the
Dory and
explanation
Broggy
is?
can see it.
Do you know what the explanation is? Dory didn't notice.
Yeah, which is just
So, and
it's a
they had to
little
have him
weird.
not notice because if he noticed, yeah, pre-battle wounds can't cancel a duel, sure, but surely a mid-battle attack from an enemy is like, okay, pause, hold on, this is not a duel anymore.
All right, like thing is, if
So
I
they just make Dory fucking stupid.
the thing is, I imagine if this is how it went down in the manga, there would have been like a quick gag, like hey Broggy, are you okay? And they'd be like, no, I'm fine. I ate something weird. There was a burp, and it's like, oh, okay, if you say so.
Those even after all this time, I still can't get used to this.
Yeah, I think I ate a funny dinosaur earlier, but anyway.
Where he's like, man, ale has gotten strong in the last century. My God. But no, Dory's just a fucking idiot. Someone point out another thing that we didn't notice because we were too busy laughing at Sanji fighting Mr. 13 to notice the problem. Which is in the OG, which is in the OG, Sanji is pretending to be Mr. 3 and then beats the shit out of the Unluckies, and then Crocodile, still thinking he's Mr. 3, says, oh, okay, go kill Mr. 3. He didn't kill them, gave me a false report, and then went to kill them. What a useless sack of shit. Go send Mr. 2 to kill Mr. 3. But in the live action, Sanji blows his cover and puts a bigger target on them to try and justify Robin showing up in Drum and doing nothing. And Crocodile says one of his goals is to capture Mr. Prince. Something that doesn't happen in the manga until not even a goal to capture, but like the second time Sanji pulls on him, Crocodile connects the dots and realizes, oh my fucking god, this little shit. Yeah. Oh, also, at no point did they establish that the two mountains on Drum Island are skulls, or not
Yeah.
Drum Little Garden, which is funny. Um, let's see here. Apparently, we missed a part where Robin stole Drum Island's treasure, but like, what is it? The weapons?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's
Someone
a
pointed
season
out
three
that
plot.
Hiruluk bombing the castle guards is question mark because while we know Hiruluk is like comedically violent, one, he uses tranquilizer guns, and two, sure he's willing to kill guards, but what if he accidentally does one of the 20 MD? He's here to save those guys. Um. Oh, someone pointed out Sanji didn't go on the mountain climb to do anything. Like there was no reason for him to go in the live action.
Yeah.
He didn't sacrifice himself to help Luffy. He didn't keep Luffy in line. They just climbed together. Sanji slipped because he's a dipshit. And then someone pointed out Usopp was probably the best handled next to Nami and Vivi. Usopp was easily the most well
Yeah,
handled.
absolutely.
After that, like Nami and Vivi have some pretty noticeable fucking flaws, but they're better than the rest, I guess. And after that, I put Zoro just because he gets cool action. Like that's fucking something.
Zoro, it's more like Zoro has a really good band-aid on him, unlike
Yes,
everyone
he has a
else. Like,
giant
he
Band-Aid.
gets ruined just as much, but he gets a giant band-aid, and that is that Makanu's really good at action scenes.
Also, again, like we're learning fans. Like we got a couple people who are like, "Dude, I like Miss Golden Week so much. Why did they slander my goat?" And it's like, I'm glad we have Miss Golden Week stands. Let's see here. The reason why they keep revealing stuff early is because they have the option to, and because they have all the source materials, and because they are able to line stuff up that were in flashbacks that were in the same period. And they were just so many episodes away because they weren't a thing yet. And now with live action, they can bring the new stuff to the story to alive it and make it more sense. Oda literally said in an interview he wanted to add that stuff in because now he has the opportunity. It's not that hard to understand. And one other thing, if you don't like it, why watch?
Because
That was a
I
very
like have fun watching stuff that is bad because I like clowning on it with my friend Shiki. That's why.
yeah, also like everyone keeps fucking talking about it.
I think
The
we
answer
addressed
to
those earlier points in the last video where like, yeah, just
yeah,
because you can doesn't mean you should. Even if Oda says
yes.
like I want it to be like this and I think my manga would be better like this, okay then I guess I disagree with him then. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I think that's the annoying cycle with like the defenders of the live action is that like like you're like this isn't
Hmm.
good then they're like oh really well it's actually better than the manga and all that and it's like okay well now I'm gonna actually press you and like try and actually apply
Hmm.
a standard to the story and they're like no don't do it. Oda said it was like this, it was just for fun, please. They hide behind Oda's name, hide behind like rule of cool, it's just for fun. It's like but like rule of cool, the manga was the rule of cool, man. That's when you could get like all the wacky cartoony stuff in it and you'd have to strain so much to get even just a tiny bit of it in there.
Nice. Wait, let me see if I can find it. I saw a very funny exchange, which is like the pinnacle of Oda said. Oda said is awesome. Like, because like guys, it's not just in an SBS. It then goes in an interview, and then it goes, oh, it was, oh, it was never translated well. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, I promise it's real though, guys. I swear it
And
happened.
back in the
I'm
day, a lot
telling
of
the
these were
truth.
just literally headcanon someone posted with a nice image on it, and it was just like
Mhm.
in like some
Well,
of the
like
first
guys, I don't know if
results
you
in
know
Google
this, but
images. So
the reason Fact Law lied about his backstory to make people feel bad for him is so funny is because it was parroting real posts that said things like that. Like, did you know? Otis said at the start of the time skip, Usopp is as strong as Zoro was at the end of pre-time skip. It's like he never said that shit.
yeah.
I can't find it, but basically, a guy says, Otis said he approved this and worked on this. And when they asked for a source, he's like, I couldn't find one. Honestly, I kind of made it up in the moment because I was getting heated, which is funny. Because simply put, I fucking hate um, I fucking hate the way people do this with authors, or they just make shit up. Like I almost feel like Puff, we going forward, it's gonna be hard and annoying for us. But I almost feel like whenever we cite an SBS, we need to say the number.
You know, honestly,
It'd
like
be
if I,
annoying for us because we've read them all before, but I feel like it would be a good showing that we're not fucking stupid thing. And also because we have a couple commenters who will be like, "Hey, what SBS was that?" And it's like, "Oh, I have to fucking find it," because
yeah.
I will tell you. So yeah, that was fun. Now, guys, I know what you're all wondering. Oh, dude, Chainsaw Man ended, and I heard it was terrible. Are you gonna? And Puff has read it. Are you gonna review it? Well, the next thing we're doing is Akame got killed.
Hell
We
yeah,
are
we're
pretty.
already like 70% through it.
Oh, Puff, wait, since the anime manga are breaking off, this means we can just finish the manga now.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
I actually don't want to. I think I will still try to scale it. Like, I'll match the way Lubbock dies in the anime. I'll try to patch that to like when he dies in the manga because I still want to compare stuff. Like, I know the way Esdeath dies is portrayed very differently. I heard people compare it to anime light death to manga light death. No idea what that means because that's a hilarious thing to imply. um, I love the Light's death in the manga. He's such a fucking loser. Um, so far, Akame got Kill Puff, and I fucking hate it. It's boring. It's shit. It can't handle its tone. It can't do world building. It can't build its dynamics. So when a character dies, you don't fucking care. The characters don't die for interesting reasons. Chelsea and fucking Purple Hair died for almost the exact same reason, which is, oh, I'm an assassin. Oh, but then I started getting a little soft because I want to be a pedophile to Tatsumi, and then I get murked.
I've never
Guys,
seen like a cast that lacked charisma this much. Like it makes me want to be nicer to Seven Deadly Sins because I'm like, oh well, like it
yeah, at
has
least they have fun interaction.
way lower lows, but like it got basic stuff right. Like oh
Like,
yeah, have a
like
fun
Seven Deadly
villain,
Sins is
have
just like
cute
poisoned
interactions.
well.
Yeah.
Like Seven Deadly Sins is like I remember someone I saw it once on a video. Someone described Game of Thrones as you eat a tub of ice cream and find a rat on the bottom. Seven Deadly Sins is like if the rat and the ice cream were blended together.
It's
Like
like
you're
it's like
getting
you
a bit of both with
no,
every
I think it's
bite.
like if you can like see like the rat's like head or like a paw poking out from the top, and you're like something's wrong with this ice cream, but like you know if I can eat around it, it's kind of good.
And it's like, oh,
Kamiga
I
Kill is
can't.
like
The hair's everywhere. The hair's everywhere. I can't do
yeah,
it.
and then a Kamiga Kill is if like you know there's no ice cream or rat in the tub at all. It's just empty. So all you have is an
It's
empty
not
tub of
ice
ice
cream.
cream.
It's you're eating like unflavored
There's
Jello,
water
and
in
then
there.
you're
It's
eating
like
like unflavored Jello, but then every now and then there's a crunchy part, and you're like, oh, what the fuck was
there's
that?
like maybe like a bit of cinnamon in there, but you don't know if you're just imagining it or not because you're going crazy watching the show trying to find something to
I like to point
appreciate.
out the best you can think of is cinnamon, because cinnamon Jello sounds awful.
It's not even that good, but it's like is there something in there? Is there is flavor? Is that a taste? Do I taste
Oh,
something?
in case you're wondering, the main crunch is the fact that Esdeath is like a perfect embodiment of the show's inability to do anything right.
Yeah, no, I think so. Like, because like again, it's like I wanted to like her going because like she's the most memorable character, and it's like oh boy, sexy anime lady Dom, oh boy, and it's like well I don't even want to like her anymore. I don't even think they're doing that aspect well.
Hmm. Um,
So anyway,
so
I actually
and then
have
after that, to enjoy our lives, we do
I
actually have
have
a
a list
roster
here.
in no particular order. Our other plans for good things are either Berserk or FMA, which would be really fun because just like Akame got killed, we get to talk about adaptations. Except this time, there's three. I've seen Brotherhood 500 fucking times though, so I'm probably only gonna rewatch specific episodes, like the first episode, and then specific scenes where I'm curious about alterations they made. Or maybe because I know they change a lot, maybe it'll be so many changes I say fucking just watch the whole thing. And then I am so excited to watch OG FMA all the way through again. That'll be a blast.
Yeah,
I'm
because
very
it's
excited to
actually
read the
like an
manga.
interesting. It's interesting, right? It makes a bunch of
Yeah,
interesting
it
different.
actually changes things.
Yeah.
So that'll all be fun. And then Berserk is good. And then for our other bad, quote unquote bad, Chainsaw Man, I just don't like Chainsaw Man very much. Is the main reason I want to put that one off. Is just even when it's like doing stuff well, I don't feel anything.
Like the
I don't
thing
like
is,
Chainsaw.
like I like am really tempted to do it because I'm probably more of a fan than you, and B
You definitely are.
there's a lot of stupid Chainsaw Man fans. There's a lot of them.
Nice. Oh yeah, the
Like and
Chainsaw
that
fans are
applies to
fucking
like every
brain dead.
series, but like you know Chainsaw Man fans, I don't like them, and I want and you know it'd be
Well,
fun to
they're
talk
kind
about
of the
why I don't
new
like them.
Hunter x Hunter fan.
Yeah, Honestly
They're very
though,
up their own ass.
it does kind of feel like yeah, I feel like in the way they're most similar with Hunter Fangs is like it's almost like I guess this is true of like any manga that gets like a huge fan
No,
base, but
the
like
way Chainsaw Man fans talk about JJK is exactly how 2011 fans were talking about Naruto.
yeah.
It is
Like
the exact fucking same.
and also like I think like more so than like other like manga series, it is like kind of almost a cult of personality for like again like a mangaka who doesn't share much about their private life because it's a funky mangaka. You never get a picture of their face or anything.
Mhm. He shares more about but he shares some interesting things about his private life. Also, another thing tying into the whole cult of personality thing is people love Fujimoto and love a lot of his work. I've never read a Fujimoto work I liked, so like,
No, that's because you're just not smart enough to understand the man, the myth, the legend. Okay, you
brother,
understand?
it is not hard to understand Goodbye Aryan Look Back. I just don't like that.
I think it's really ironic that one of his works, "Just Listen to the Song," is about like it ends with like the only person understanding his song being the only person who is also incredibly unimpressed by it. Like, yeah, I understand why you did and why you're what you're trying to
See,
convey,
this
all the
means
themes. I
Fujimoto
just am
wants
not
me to read his
impressed, and
series.
like honestly, I like that short. I like that short story, just because that is such a tragic like gut punch. Where it's like, oh, the one person who
Mhm.
understood his art was also deeply unimpressed by it, and there's something really sad about that. And I
See,
like it.
Fujimoto wants me to read his series and do that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
asking
exactly.
me personally. He's asking me personally. um,
But
so
I
yeah,
just
we
think
have
it's
a
it's so funny. You guys rank everything this guy does so much, but like when people say like, "Hey, there's some things I don't like about this," you're like, "Well, you just didn't understand it." But it's like, well, one of his works is about how you can understand something but still not like it, and that's like not a crime.
yeah. So yeah, that's our roster. We're
That's not the
very
full
mean.
roster.
Well, what else do we have that I'm forgetting?
All right, so
Obviously,
those
we
are
have tier lists and shit.
yeah. Okay, so there's two tier list ideas, which is death fake outs tier list, which could be fun,
Hmm.
where we just talk about like how believable it is that they came back and that's it.
Yes.
And then second one is
Well, like that might not just be death fake outs. We could also probably just include like grievous injuries.
yeah. Well, anyway, also shonen manga endings might be fun to do because like
Of
there's a lot
Chainsaw
to
Man.
talk about. It's a very interesting topic because like just like the ending of a story is already like a can of worms onto
Yeah,
itself,
and
but like
Shonen are very infamous for being like quote unquote the worst.
yeah, because like it's weekly serialization that really gets in
Hmm.
about like the how that comes to be because like in we could talk about whenever we make that video. It's stuff we talked about before,
Yeah,
but
well, it's
anyway.
very bold to say that manga have the worst endings when there's a different serialized series that doesn't have the same crew the whole time and are famous for having much, much worse endings. And that's not comedic. This is in the title. Sitcoms. Holy shit, sitcom endings. Holy shit.
I think it's because they have to have like an actual. They feel the need to have an actual plot for like the final like episode or
And they
series or
have to
whatever.
keep, and it's because they have to keep going.
Yeah.
Also, like, but again, like, I don't think any fucking manga ending is gonna be as bad. Maybe we never learn, but besides that, I don't think any manga ending is as bad as like the final season of 2.5 Men. Holy shit, untouchable dog shit. So yeah, that's all. Oh, also, Puff, put this in the front. Put this in the front. Remember to put this in the front. Okay, this is our
I'm not
intro.
done with the lineup yet.
Okay, what's the last lineup?
There's
Because then we'll
one
put
more
my thing in the front.
video which I have promised a long time ago if we ever got 5K
Yes.
subscribers on this channel, and that is the recommending manga video, where I
Oh
basically
yeah, we
try and
gotta do that.
recommend you like I'm gonna try and aim for stuff you probably never heard before, like stuff on the same level, like even lesser known than like Aria the animation, right? Yeah, and my Aria video still less than 1,000 views, I'm pretty sure. So that's like the small, like I want to talk about like really manga that's almost never talked about that like I like a lot, and then also Shiki will have his own list. I'll make him make his own, and then we'll do that.
Make me. I can just go through shit on my media thread and just grab the some ones I like.
It has to be ones that you think have are probably not well known by our audience. You have to
No
aim
one
for
knows
that.
what Toto the Wonderful Adventure is. Don't you worry.
All right.
Remember, I had that spree last year, or was it 2 years ago, where I read like 20 Yuri manga in like 2 months.
I
I
remember
locked the
that.
fuck in there. I don't know why I did that. That was a fun 2 months though.
All
Maybe
right.
I'll
Good night, everyone.
check.